Hello Capricorns, welcome to Timsy's Naked Tarot. Don't worry, Timsy is not naked, the tarot reader is naked, by which I mean I try to strip out as much astrology as I can and take tarot reading back to basics. Okay? I don't know how or why astrology is in tarot in such a big way in YouTube reads, but I'm on a one-man mission, a few-man mission to try to get it out again. But I do see the advantages of having astrology in the tarot when it comes to YouTube reads. Because tarot reads are meant to be sort of one-on-one, small groups maximum, okay? Not meant to be for thousands, hundreds, or millions of people. And that's what astrology is for, okay? Tarot read is a personal energy read. Astrology is a communal read of energy, so to speak. Right. Anyway, as I said, I try to strip out the astrology. I use this plain deck to do that. Basically, I will bring in one star sign and one star sign alone, or type of star sign. So it could be a water type, fire type, whatever. And that is what we'll be doing the read about. Okay, them. No one else. No matter what cards come out in my tarot, it is still that star sign. If I mention any other star sign, unless I'm sort of putting in on a third energy or something like that, then that will be, I will say basically. Okay, but yes, and as the advantages of using astrology in YouTube tarot reading, more to the point, is because, as I said, YouTube tarot read is not designed for thousands of people. It's designed for a small group at most. Okay, so I have narrowed down the world by a 12th by saying this is a Capricorn read. Yeah, it should only be drawing in Capricorns or any cross watchers, people who have Capricorns interests for any reason and they want to know what their Capricorns are going through. Okay, and then that 12th of the population of the world, I've then narrowed down by a quarter, again, by putting this card out. This card is a slightly older, maybe within the same sort of school year as you, but a few months older, fire sign. Okay, so obviously the population of the world who could be your person has now just been reduced to a quarter. Okay, so if you don't have a fire sign in your life, if you're not interested in a fire sign, if your boss is not a fire sign, if your mum's not a fire sign, admittedly this can still be open to absolutely any Capricorn in the world, because I'm sure every Capricorn in the world has a fire sign in their life somewhere, because we all do. We all know more than 12 people, which means the laws of averages say we all know a fire sign. Okay, so that getting on with it. If this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. If it doesn't resonate with you, never mind. I'm sorry. Okay, that's about as far as I'm going to go. I'm not going to go any further than that with it. I'm not going to tell you to do things you don't want to do or tell you things that you do want to do. It's up to you what you do. Even if it resonates with you, it's up to you what you do. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to like. You don't have to comment. And you don't have to do whatever the fourth one is. So I can't even remember. Share it. Okay, but let's get on with it. It is a general read. It may or may not resonate with you, as I may have already said. We are doing a read on the Five of Cups, which you had in the All Signs overview. It might not be the Five of Cups, it's the Five of Pentacles. We're doing a read for you. It's the Five of Pentacles. Okay, the Five of Pentacles is a energy of temporary. Is it all the fives are a temporary energy, but the Five of Pentacles is a temporary financial loss or hardship. It can be feeling left out in the cold, in the love stakes or friendship stakes, social stakes, if you like. It could just be the recession. Okay, it could literally, I could be doing a read on you about the recession. Okay, so I won't know until we start getting more cards out and we start like narrowing the energy down. But that's the kind of energies you generally feel off the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so before I do my cut, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is now angling very much towards work, recession, loss of finance. Okay, financial hardship. Maybe you're not getting paid as much as you like or need at work. And the Fool. taking a leap of faith. Perhaps you are thinking about starting a new job, jumping in with both feet, so to say. Maybe you don't have a job and you're thinking about getting a job. Okay, maybe you've been out of the work circles for a while for whatever reason. Maybe you've been injured and you haven't been able to work. Maybe you are disabled and you've been using that as a reason not to work, but you are starting to realize, well, I can do just as much missing my arm than those who have to. Okay, trust me, I've worked with people missing arms and they can still work. Yeah, there is work for everyone. It doesn't really matter on your disability. There is a job for everyone in this world. Okay, so let's crack on with it. Let's pull an overall energy of this read first. It is the King of Pentacles, more work-related sort of stuff. It's Pentacles again. It is success, okay? It's generosity, it is proudness, it is modestness. You are proud, but you are modest with that proudness. You don't rub in people's faces your success if you are successful. If you are rich, you don't let everyone know this. That's kind of like how I mean by the modest side of it. It is a down-to-earth energy. It is, well, it is an earth energy, if you will. Okay, so let's crack on with the read. Just here we will have the connection, how this fire sign and you are connected, and hopefully all the other cards we've been putting. Okay, just here will be how this fire sign feels about you. Just here is how, no, that's how they feel about the connection. But because I said it's how they feel about you, it is linked to this one as well. That's how they feel about you. Just here will be what the universe wants to reveal about the connection. Just here is going to be what the universe is hoping, and I emphasize the word hoping, for an overall outcome. I say hoping because we can get in the way of the universe's plans with our own free will. Okay, so I don't need to diverge on that. We all know what free will is. We all know what we can do with it. Okay, so the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is movement, moving away from something towards something else. Generally speaking in tarot, it's moving away from something you don't want, don't like, or don't need, moving towards something you do want, do like, or do need. It can be seen as a house move, it can be seen as a holiday, it can be seen as a job move. It does depend on what cards go round with it. Generally meaning it's movement, okay? I did say during my pre-cut and things, my little blurb coming into the actual read, yeah, perhaps you're moving job, or perhaps you are waking up to the fact that you are capable of doing things you didn't realize you were capable of doing, and you're moving towards it now. So the way this fire sign feels about it, they want to work with you. This is definitely turning into some sort of work read, isn't it? They want to work with you on something. They want to work on this connection with you. Okay, I'd say it's with you as well, because I did inadvertently link it to how they feel about you by calling it the wrong part of the read. So it is both. They want to work on this connection with you. They want to work with you. Full stop. They are willing to put, I'm not going to say 100%, but they're willing to put a big percentage of their energies, resources, and the like into whatever this movement is, getting you off your ass into a job, getting you from one job to another job, getting you fit and well to actually start working again. How they feel about that light is really, that shadow, I'm going to have to work on that shadow. Actually, let's just see if I move that back, how's that going to affect the light? No, not much. Right, that's cool. So there we go. I can spread my cards out a little bit more there. Yes, I'm using a new lighting system. I'm giving it a try. How they feel about you. This is not connected to how they feel about the connection. This is just how they feel about you. It's the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a card of reminiscing about past happy times. It can be seen as a card of being stuck in the past. Okay, they do have a history with you. Let's put it that way. This is not someone new. This is not someone who is never been met before. It is someone who has had some past dealings with you in the past. Perhaps you went to school with them. I did say in school years they were in the same year as you. Everything I say in a tarot read does generally have some sort of bearing on the actual read itself. Be it a joke, a wisecrack, or just something silly I say. It does have a bearing on the read. You should always take that into account. Okay, so this connection, this movement is connected with healing or resting or taking a respite. Perhaps you're moved away from a job and you're taking a couple of weeks off before you start a new job, and you're just using that to, well, not actually sort out your finances and life and stuff, but just actually you're just chilling. Okay, the connection is, the universe is saying it's a chill time. This movement is allowing a chill time of some description, and the overall outcome is the King of Wands. Okay, with the King of Wands being an overall outcome, it's saying the outcome will be something you're passionate about, something you personally are passionate about, not necessarily you have passion about it for other people. Yeah, so it's not like it's you're doing whatever you're going to do in the future for yourself. Okay, and you're actually probably putting other people's needs and feelings on one side to do this for yourself. Okay, so let's get some clarifiers on all these, and let's see what this movement is about. Obviously, I do pre-shuffle all the cards before I do any read. I just don't bother videoing that bit because, well, it can be anywhere up to like 20-30 minutes of pre-shuffling until I'm happy with the right card. Something normally happens in the shuffle just like that. Okay, so we got 3 cards coming out there, and we've also got a 4th card. Well, I'm going to have that as the crossing card. Okay, so because it's separated, the reason I'm having that as a crossing card is because it separated itself from the other 3 cards as it fell. So we got the 3 of Wands, we got the Ace of Wands, and we got the 6 of Wands. Yeah, as I said, this is all passion for yourself. All the ones in, and the 4 Wands as well, crossing it. You're moving to something you want to commit to. Okay, you're moving to something, it can be seen as a marriage card. It is a new start card. It is the 1111 card, which is why it's seen as marriage card and new start card. It's the minor arcana of the world. Not quite as big as the world, but it's still something big, something magnificent. Okay, and that's what you want to move towards. That's what you're leaving behind, something which wasn't satisfying, something you had never committed to. It was just a job to get you through. Okay, or it was a situation what just bridged the gap. Now you've bridged the gap, you want to move on. You want to move on to something bigger and better. You want to move on to something you're passionate about. I get this feeling that you are really passionate about whatever you're moving towards, not just with this King of Wands here, but the fact that we have 4 wand cards coming out for this whole connection. Okay, the 3 of Wands, it's about moving to new horizons. He's standing at the bow of his ship, looking for the land, waiting for that new discovery. Okay, the Ace of Wands is all about a passionate new beginning. Okay, and we've got a new beginning card above it, crossing this whole movement thing as well. With the Ace of Wands, though, it can sometimes be a passionate new beginning you weren't quite expecting, or a new beginning you weren't quite expecting. You're thinking you're going to get one thing, and it comes as something else, which you find in time is just as good, or if not better, than what you thought. Okay, with the 6 of Wands, it is getting a victory. It's a hard-won victory. You've gone through some shit to get to where you are now. Okay, but you are there now, and you are starting to feel victorious about it, and it's, yes, that is good. So this connection is basically you're moving towards a new start. Although it can be reversed quite easily. It is a general read, but the connection is, it's a new start. You're moving away from something you don't like to move towards something you do like, and you're feeling that finally things have come right for me. Okay, so let's see how this fire sign feels about the connection, and inadvertently you. Okay, with this extra amount of effort they're willing to put into this connection for you. There we go. There's the cards. Okay, so we have got a Page of Wands. Okay, this connection, they see this connection as an opportunity to grab something, start something new. Okay, the Page of Wands is about grabbing every opportunity what comes their way, every opportunity what can advance them forward somehow. And again, it's another wand card. It's passion. This whole thing is just pure passion. So if you, Capricorn, if you have got something passionate in the back of your mind, something you've always felt really strongly about doing, perhaps you're a tarot reader and you felt strongly about starting a YouTube channel, yeah, this is it. Go for it. Perhaps that you have always felt passionate about beach combing, yeah, that is your little side hobby. You go out to the beach every week and find things, and you're fascinated by the things you find. Well, perhaps other people are going to be fascinated by these things you find as well, and perhaps you could start a YouTube channel on that. I'm just hitting YouTube channels because I'm currently doing my YouTube channel at the moment, so I'm just using that as an example. It's not necessarily what you should be doing or what you shouldn't be doing. It's just something I'm saying. If you feel passionately about it, go make a start on it. Okay, the energies are ripe for this. It could be quitting something. If you feel passionately about stopping smoking, stopping drinking, again, this is the time. Okay, according to the cards coming out for you at the moment, Capricorn, this is the time. Okay, so getting back to this Page of Wands, yes, it's an opportunity for them. They're going to grab it. They're going to take it. They take every opportunity they see. Okay, it is also a fire sign card. These are all fire sign cards. And this is all dealing with this person quite a lot as well. Okay, they see it as something clarifying. It's like an epiphany to them. It's like, oh my God, that explains so much about you, Capricorn. Everything just makes perfect sense now. This connection has made them see you and made them understand the way you tick with that. And Judgment, something coming back from the past, yeah, to affect your future. It could be the fact that you have just, or they have just sort of leveled up on a universe lesson and all that, and they're now on a slightly higher frequency, maybe more in tune with your frequency. Maybe this is the epiphany. Because they got in tune with your frequency, they now see things how you see things and feel that's a brilliant idea. The Seven of Swords. Yes, normally it's seen as a card of theft, a card of sneaking around, doing backhanded skullduggery things in the dark. I'm actually getting an energy of swiftness. Yeah, this fire sign feels that they need to move swiftly on this before someone else moves in and picks up the baton, so to speak. But they need to move quietly. Okay, they can't reveal to the rest of their world, those around them, their peers, their superiors, or everything else, that they're taking this action. Okay, so they're doing it covertly but fast. I'm starting to get the feel from this is this could be a business venture between the two of you. Okay, and from their point of view, it could be sort of a little bit underhanded to their current life. Okay, perhaps they're in a job and this new business venture you're thinking of dragging them in with is somehow kind of like in direct competition with that job, and no job actually willingly wants to let their employees start up with indirect competition. I've had numerous contracts in my numerous jobs I've had which say you cannot work in this particular field for 5 years after quitting, leaving, or getting fired from this job. As I always point out to my boss, as soon as I quit, leave, or get fired from the job I'm currently in, the contract means absolutely nothing to me. I can do what I want. They have no control over me. They are not paying me anymore. They have no control over me really anyway. They just pay the wages, but I give them work in retrospect. So that's what the contract is. I work for you, you pay me. Okay, it's pretty much what any contract is. Everything else is just bullshit with it. Sorry, my personal views and opinions. If my boss is watching, sorry, but most of your contract is just bullshit to me. I just work for you, you pay me. It is quite that simple. Okay. Okay, so we have got another wand card. The Eight of Wands coming out, how they feel about you. They want to communicate with you. They want to talk to you. Again, perhaps you haven't had any dealings with this fire sign for a long time. Yeah, but they are now starting to come back into your life. The Judgment card there suggests that they're coming back into your life. They want to communicate with you. They want to talk to you. They want to talk to you about something from the past, okay? It's something that's been hidden from you for a long time. Perhaps it's how they feel about you. Perhaps there may be some sort of like underlying love element to it all. But I don't feel that. It is more about work. Perhaps it was something you talked about in the past, and perhaps they've been working on it in secret behind your back with that Seven of Swords there, yeah? And they're now wanting to come to you to bring it to you to see if you're willing to go ahead with it with them. As if the Two of Cups, it is a coming together of energies. Yes, you can be a soulmate with this person. To be quite honest, soulmates come in all shapes and forms. A karmic is a soulmate, okay? And your parents could be soulmates. Your dog could be a soulmate. All what a soulmate means is someone who's had previous lifetimes with you, yeah? Depending on how strong or weak a soulmate they are, depends on how many lifetimes they've actually spent with you, okay? But this is a coming together of energies. It's a coming together of ideas. It's a coming together of an enterprise, I feel. In this particular deck, this shows two people almost like celebrating their success of their raid, the success of their enterprise, the success from that King of Pentacles, which is overall the overall energy of this whole read. There is success to be had. Okay. Strangely enough, I'm leaving all my crossing cards out. I wouldn't normally do this in a read. Those of you who are regular viewers would notice that I quite often actually pick them up and put them in the deck because I feel that they will be coming out again later somewhere, maybe. But I feel quite happy with leaving them all out today. Okay, so this Four of Swords is the Six of Cups again, and the Ace of Cups. Just after I said there's an undertow of love here, yeah, here it is. It is coming out. The universe is telling us that there is some sort of undertow of love to be had out of this connection. Yes, you are moving. I still feel you're moving away from some sort of financial thing, some sort of job, some sort of something you used as a bridge to get to where you need to be now, which is where you're now going, okay? You're now leaving that bridge behind. You're now moving forward. You're expanding out into the worlds on the other side of the chasm, okay? And this fire side wants to come with you to do this. The main reason that the fire sign wants to come to do this is because there is a soul connection between you two. We said that with this Two of Cups. They have had dealings with you in the past. If you look here, she is in a blue dress. She has a gold armband on the same arm. She has a red bit there, which is the red bit there. Okay? They are the same women. Okay? They want to give you love. Okay? The universe is saying and I don't necessarily mean you directly. This is evolved with the connection. They want to put love into the connection. You're supplying all the passion. They want to supply the love, okay? With this Six of Cups, it is someone who's coming back from the past. It is someone you've had dealings with before. I feel in this lifetime as well as in other lifetimes. It is a soul contract. You are tied to be doing this in this lifetime, no matter what it is. Crossing it is the Fool card, which we also had somewhere in the pre-card, I think it was, yeah? It is taking a leap of faith into the unknown. You have no idea where this venture is going to take you, and neither do they, but you are both willing to risk it, okay? So let's see what this King of, I was going to say Wizard. Let's see what this Wizard of Wands is about. And let's see what comes out as well. Okay. So we got the Six of Pentacles in reverse. The Six of Pentacles in reverse is a card of unbalance, okay? But it stands to reason. If you're starting a new venture, yes, things are going to be very unbalanced for you. You're going to be putting in new finances, and it's going to be a financial drain on you. That's going to tip the scales of your finances. There is a card of love again here. The outcome the universe is hoping for is kind of like the future you wanted. Okay, Capricorn? It's like, obviously the universe knows where you're going. It knows where you've been, okay? And it knows where you are currently at the moment. It knows what you want for a future. The Knight of Cups is said to be looking into that cup, and he sees the future he wants. I'm actually getting a toast. It's almost like a farewell, okay? I feel it's a farewell to the past. I'm leaving this village. I'm leaving this bridge, which I used to get across to where I'm now going. And he's now going off on his adventure, okay? The future he wants. It is unbalancing. It is tipping the scales in every different direction. These scales can be tipped. And bear in mind, in the universe, the scales aren't a linear set of scales like we use. It is a multi-point scale. It tips all sorts of ways, okay? So there may be a case of breadcrumbing. Maybe you're not giving someone all the information you could be giving them. It can be a case of you being breadcrumbed. You're not getting all the information you could be getting. This King of Wands, this could quite easily be this fire sign just there. The Wands, as I said, are fire signs in the tarot, okay? But I don't go down that road, as we all know, because what just happened there, I'd get you back there. Sorry about that. I was just trying to sort my lighting out a little bit more, okay? And it didn't work. So, this is Timsy's Naked Tarot. That will stay in because I don't edit. You get exactly what I want. About the only times I do any form of editing in any shape or form is if I feel like I'm going to be coughing and have a little coughing fit. I smoke quite heavily, so I do have lots of coughing fits. I put it on pause because you don't want to be hearing me hacking my guts up. And although saying that, for some of your reads, it could be good. Yeah, it could emphasize the pitfalls of smoking if you were thinking of starting smoking. That's not the point. The only other time I edit is when I do my video, because I'm currently videoing all this upside down. If I sent you this video out, everything would be in reverse, except for this card here, which would be the right way up. So I twist my video the right way up, okay? That's the only other form of editing I do in my videos. Not that you particularly needed to know that, but I just thought I would share that with you. Anyway, getting back to all this, there is going to be something out of balance, and it's going to be the out of balance with love. Okay, because the Knight of Cups is all about love, bringing in a message of love, seeing the love future you want. I feel possibly that this fire sign, they do feel love for you. They want to have some sort of loving relationship with you, but they do not realize that you do not want that. You see them purely as a friend or a colleague and nothing more. Okay, crossing all this is the Emperor. Okay, the Emperor crossing this King of Wands is saying that perhaps they're a little bit overpowering with their love for you. Yeah, perhaps they're a little bit sort of feeling that they will never tell you how much they feel about you, because they feel that you should just know this by their actions, and you should come to them and reciprocate that love they have for you back to them. It is also about expanding. After all, the Empire or the Empire, the Emperor is in charge of an empire. Jesus Christ, that was hard work for me. The Emperor is in charge of an empire. And the empire is always forever expanding, okay, until it pops. And there's a little warning for you in this overall outcome. Yeah, the empire will pop. All empires fall eventually. 99% of empires normally fall because they overexert themselves, they overstretch themselves, and they make supply chains weak in the consequences of doing that. It could be, yeah, and it could be a warning that do not overexert yourself. Let your passion grow naturally into the business you want it to become. Don't force it. I say 99% of the empires pop and collapsing on themselves. There is only one empire I know of which did not collapse. Okay, when you look through history, you've got the Roman Empire, it collapsed. You've got the Mayan Empire, the Mongol Empire. You've got all sorts of empires. Yeah. Now, I know I'm British. And I know it's going to sound a bit like I'm beefing myself up, but the British Empire is the only one which is still actually kind of in existence. We contracted our empire. We realized the pitfalls of the expansion of our empire. We realized how hard it was to keep the supply chains going on such a large scale. After all, we did control at one point a third of the known world. We've contracted it. We've let people stay in what we now call the Commonwealth. Anyone's welcome into the Commonwealth as far as I know. Right? Obviously, I don't know the laws of the Commonwealth. I didn't create the Commonwealth or anything like that. But pretty much, if we had some sort of imperial dealing with the country, then they're welcome in our Commonwealth. And within our Commonwealth, we will help you. And you can help us. Yeah? We're not, as an empire, feeling the need that we have to help you. And in turn, you don't have to help us as the Commonwealth. So we contracted our empire, we turned it into a smaller empire. We still own various different places around the world. I say own, have rulership over them. And we have the Commonwealth, where you have your independence as your own countries, but you also have this group, if you would call it that. Okay, and this is, I know this has turned into a history lesson, but this is kind of like what this emperor is telling me. Yeah, be careful not to overexert your reach. Don't take on more than you can chew, and control your growth. Okay, let's see what the universe has to say about this. Not this whole empire bit I was talking about, but this whole reading. What else does the universe want to tell you, Capricorn? You in particular. Yes, you, the viewer. Okay. Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles is a surefire thing. Whatever this is going to work. Well, we kind of knew that. There's a victory card there as well. It's going to work. It's going to be successful. It's going to be your dreams come true, but it's going to take time. The Knight of Pentacles is riding a nag. In all intents and purposes there, that horse doesn't look the fastest horse in the race. Okay? But it's got stamina. It's got sureness. It will keep plodding on. Okay? So it might take time to get there, but it will get there in the end. And with the Knight of Pentacles, it will get there. Once he finally turns up, he will do exactly what was charged of him. Once he finally turns up, he may do it really quick, and it may be done in a blink of an eye. Yeah, so it's a case of you're building, and one day you wake up and you realize it's all happened, it's all succeeded. Okay, and it will be quite like that. The Four of Pentacles is a card of greed, okay, and fear. It's a card that you're going to lose what you treasure most, and it's a card of holding on to what you treasure most. I feel this is a warning, okay? Perhaps you have to let go and stop holding on to things. The Hierophant there is suggesting, or not suggesting, it is a card of learning. It's normally divine learning, spiritual learning, okay? It is a card of marriage. We do have a connection up there. For a few of you, this is all about marriage, nothing to do with work, nothing to do with empire building. And for some of you, it is all about learning from your mistakes and then building off them. The Hierophant he's got 3 tiers on his hat there. Now, they are the tiers of like novice, journeyman, and expert. Okay, it's starting off as a monk, becoming a priest or a vicar in a church, and eventually becoming a bishop or a pope. He is a pope or a bishop in this deck. The Hierophant is quite often seen as a pope or a bishop. He is the secret keeper of the emperor. There's a reason I say that. It's because the emperor is coming out crossing this. Okay, this is all about the fire sign. Okay, the fire sign is hanging on to something greedily. He's worried, she's worried, I say he is an emperor, that they are going to lose what they're hanging on to greedily. Yeah. In time, whatever they want will succeed. Okay, it will come to pass, but in time, and they might not have the patience for that. Okay, they have to learn patience and humidity, being humble. Okay, because I'm pretty sure I was saying the wrong word there. I was pretty sure I'm saying about like moisture in the air. Okay, so they have to learn to be humble. Okay, and they will in time, but you have to keep a watch on that. Their proudness could be the downfall of your whole enterprise, is what the universe is finally saying here. Okay, that is your read. If it resonated with you, fantastic. If it didn't, I'm sorry.